Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Ethereum, which is currently up nearly 1%. The entire market saw a bit of a sort of rejection to all of the resistances. Bitcoin resisted this area right here at roughly 88, 89,000, and Ethereum did the same at roughly $2,100. We are still above $2,000. Yesterday we did drop slightly below, but in today's video we're going to be jumping into exactly where I think Ethereum could be going over the next few days. We're going to be jumping into the heat map. We're going to be jumping into all of the ETF inflows and outflows and everything like that. But before we do so, I want to ask you guys to check out the Discord down below. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades our members have been winning from simply joining, copying and pasting the trades into their own exchange. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It'll be the very first link there, and check it out. If you don't like it, you can cancel it at any time, and if you do, then you're going to be profiting. So back to the video. Now, Ethereum hasn't been performing the best overall this entire bull run. It's been slacking a lot behind Bitcoin in terms of overall performance, and that's mainly due to Solana taking sort of the main stage in this run with all the meme coin opportunities. Last time or in the last bull run, it was mainly Ethereum with obviously the NFTs and also some meme coins being launched on its network, and that's why it was performing so well. Now it has a sort of big competitor in the form of Solana, which did also perform really well in the previous run. And if we're really comparing the two, you know, Solana was actually able to break through the previous all-time high, but this was all due to the Trump meme coin, which obviously nothing can really top that. Whereas Ethereum, it's come quite close, you know, we're like 20% away from the previous high to the all-time high, which isn't that bad considering it hasn't had any major news, only really apart from the ETF. So it has been underperforming, but it hasn't also had a lot of news for it to perform well. And right now it's, you know, when it's at this range of like under $2,000 or $2,000, it makes it really easy to accumulate, because this is such a good value area. If we're just purely looking at the chart, you know, yeah, we dropped down to sub $1,000 during the absolute bottom of the bear market, but overall from this level, you know, the lowest we could go is 1.6k, but that's why we have these DCA levels. So first DCA level was 1.8k, then we'd go to 1.5k, and then really, you know, push comes to shove, we'd go maybe down to 1.34k and have DCA levels like that. That way we're best prepared for, again, if the market does decide to just continue dumping, or if it just fully reverses and starts mooning back up. But we don't have to even try and target the all-time high, which would, you know, from this current or from the previous support area would give us a 2.6x. Instead, we can just target the previous high, which would give us a 2.2x. So I think the risk to reward here is really good. Again, you know, with ETH, one of Trump's companies has been heavily accumulating ETH. They've also bought a lot of ETH domains under, you know, various names. So I think ETH has the potential to perform well, and that's obviously not just purely going off of the fact that one of Trump's companies have been buying, because as we've seen, you know, Trump isn't, or at least Trump's crypto team isn't really the best. The news that they launched with the crypto reserve was extremely poor. They announced, you know, 3 altcoins before Bitcoin or Ethereum, when really for a national crypto reserve there really should only be Bitcoin that is used, maybe Ethereum, but very little chance. And I think a lot of people saw through that, and that's why we saw a little pump and then instant dump. Whereas if the news was actually, you know, launched how it should have been, with the fact that it'd be starting off with purely Bitcoin and then potentially looking at other altcoins to add, then I think that would have been much better for the entire market, and it could have actually caused a prolonged sort of pump where we see a pump and then we continue into an uptrend. But we didn't see that. Now let's take a look at the quick ETF inflows and outflows. So yeah, overall has been getting a lot of outflows, but again, this is all mainly due to the fact the market is in a bad state. There's a lot of uncertainty, and nobody really wants to be buying when we're in this uncertain state, because they don't know how much lower we could go. And that's why we're seeing a lot of these outflows. Now, the most recent outflow that we had was right here, which was yesterday, and this was for roughly $5 million worth. Not that much, you know, in comparison. If we're comparing it to the highest inflows that we've had, then I think the highest inflows were like 30 or 300 million, somewhere around there, or maybe somewhere around there, probably even higher. My maths isn't that great, but overall the outflows have been very minimal. But we can see they're also slowly starting to slow down. We had these 2 peaks but now we haven't really had any major outflow over the past few days, which is quite good to see for the market. And I think that's allowed us to slowly start consolidating upward. And we also have to take a look at the heat map. So on the heat map, we can see it's obviously the 1 week heat map. We have $56.1 million worth of liquidations. The main area we have liquidations at is actually this side. We've been building up those liquidations for quite a while now. We also have a few liquidations down below here, and we had some right here. These got cleared, but I think these are the ones we should be hitting next. Maybe we will dump down just because we did hit a resistance, but overall just over 2.1k is where there is a lot of liquidations. And if you're new to the channel and don't really know how these work, well, the more yellow you see on the screen, the more liquidations there are, and they usually act as magnets for the market. So if we have yellow here, the market will magnetize the price and will obviously go up. If we have liquidation at the bottom, again, similar thing but just down. So that's how these sort of work. And the more technical term is when we hit these liquidations, we get more liquidity in the market, allowing these market makers to actually enter the trades they want, or just enter overall positions to easier profit. So that's what we're going to be looking for, just over 2.1k and just over 1.95k for these liquidations. But overall, the trading strategy hasn't really changed for Ethereum. You know, we're still doing day trades every single day. Again, check out the Discord down below if you want to be copying them. We've had over an 80% win rate for the past few months, but overall long term for Ethereum, we're still looking to just DCA, hold, stake it up, and wait until we hit this 2x. It's going to be purely a patience game. Again, we're in the exact same boat as, you know, the ETF investors, where we're also uncertain, because this isn't a crypto crash where we can sort of judge the crypto news and everything like that. It's more so just an overall economic crash and US market crash because of the tariffs and other political issues as well. So like I said in the previous videos, we're going to be waiting for rate cuts, which are going to happen in May, June and July. Not necessarily rate cuts, but there's going to be FOMC meetings where we hope that rate cuts will happen, and then that's when we could probably see a good reversal back up. And that's practically it for today's video. Other coins I'm going to be keeping an eye on this week will include Fetch, still trending up quite nicely. Also API 3 saw a huge pump, now it's slowly starting to come down. XRP just consolidating right now. Sui trending up nicely. Render, same thing, trended up nicely. Polkadot also trending nicely. Solana looks like it will probably come down to support, maybe actually use it as a support. ETH we talked about, and Bitcoin obviously as well. That's it for today's video. If you did enjoy, please do make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to be getting my trades every single day, then check out the Discord down below. And if you need a place to buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees with the best sign up bonuses, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Also, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye guys.